Yo, yo, yo. Thursday night. Ross and Risky. What up, Ross? You look real gleeful, joyful, real happy right now. What's up, my guy?
What's going on, man? I'm just as happy as my boy Aaron was when he was walking down the street. We got that clip.
I don't know. I can't find it.
How you doing today? You and your Houston hat. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, you from Houston again.
Always music. It's baseball season, man.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
baseball season is underway. This is my, got the Risky on there. You dig?
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
a real Stros fan, dog. You dig?
Like
Got ready for the Stros, for the hometown. I'm a hometown guy. Shout out to the hometown. We would get to the Rockets. They took care of some business last night. Real whack game by Steph Curry. But now they're hitting my hand. Oh, look at the crying. But anyway, we're here to talk about the Lakers tonight. So let's get to the Lakers. Lakers fall in 5 games. Shout out to Ant-Man. He said Ant-Man, Superman, Batman. You dig? Minnesota in 5. Got him up out the paint. Yeah, man, they're not a good team. Let me just say this. This isn't sour grapes from my perspective. Just for the record, for everybody to know, I'm not a Lakers fan. So subscribe to the channel. If you are, that's fine. My only affiliation to the Lakers whatsoever for 20 years was Kobe Bean Bryant. Once he retired, I was cool on the Lakers. And then LeBron James showed up, and I was telling everybody that, LeBron James, whether you like him or not, he is the greatest all-around basketball player of all time. To me, it's not even a question if he is or isn't the greatest all-around basketball player of all time. I think it's weird that we're even having that conversation. So when he got to the team, like, oh, okay, well, cool. I got a lot of Lakers stuff. I can, we got GOAT James there now. But they got to blow everything up if they're smart for their franchise. If they're looking forward to their franchise, if I'm the Lakers, I do 3 things. 1, I try my best to convince LeBron that he either needs to retire or go to one of 3 things. He needs to retire, restructure his deal, or be willing to go to another team, whether that's a trade, free agency, whatever. That's the first thing, is like figure out how to get LeBron off your team. Not that I think LeBron still can't play, but when they have Luka and he's the focal point, you got to get LeBron off of the team now. Because of that. So that's one thing, is how do we get LeBron James removed from our team, because this is our future moving forward. The second part is I would fire JJ Redick today or tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. You fire people. I would fire him tomorrow on Friday. That's the second line of business.
All of a sudden, JJ don't look too good.
Well, I thought he was bad all year. They would just happen to be winning. But yeah, I would get him out of there. And some people are saying, well, hey, he was a rookie coach. You got to. Rookie coaches have gotten fired before. So,
Hold on.
Yeah.
He literally he got the job through your mans. They got the podcast, and then 10 episodes in, he got the head coaching job of the Lakers. They figured he was good enough to walk from arguing with Stephen A to coaching the Los Angeles Lakers, probably the most biggest global organization in the NBA, with the biggest superstar, LeBron James. And so, I mean,
and they were wrong. Listen, if you're wrong, you're wrong. They were wrong.
Like, was LeBron wrong, or was the Lakers wrong? Because that seemed like a LeBron move.
Whoever it was wrong, right? It don't matter at this point. It don't matter who it was, right? They were wrong. Like just like Milwaukee was wrong about letting Drew Holiday go and bringing in Dame Lillard. You're just wrong. I don't care whose decision it was. It was the wrong decision. We got to figure it out now. So that's why I said the first line of business is we're getting LeBron out of there. So if you're saying that JJ being there is tied to LeBron, well, I took care of that for you in step 1. You no longer have any ties to him because we're trying to figure out how to get LeBron out of here. I'm just speaking strictly from a Lakers perspective.
Why you think Bron? Okay, so if you talking about the better of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, I'm saying if I'm the Lakers today, if I'm Jenny, if I'm the Laker brass, this is how I'm thinking.
Yeah.
If I'm Rob Pelinka, I got to move on from Bron because Luka's our guy. Let's move on from him. Let's move on from JJ, because if JJ's his guy, then that's even more reason to move on if JJ's LeBron guy. Let's go ahead and fire him. We can tell him he can say he needs to resign. If you want to say face, if not, we'll just fire you, whatever you want to do. But we're moving on from you because JJ lost Most of those guys are going to be traded anyway. But he lost the entire anybody not named Luka, LeBron, or whoever the 5 guys he was, really 4. If Luka, LeBron, I don't think he likes Austin Reeves, but Luka, LeBron, Rui, and Finney Smith are the only guys that he rocks with, really. I think he's putting AR out there because he has to. He lost everybody else, which is horrible, right? So I'm done on him. And then the third part is they got to have a real conversation of how much power are they going to give to Luka with the franchise. That's the third piece. Get rid of LeBron, ship out JJ. How much power are we going to give Luka? And then from there, I think if you're the Lakers, you move on from there.
So it seems like, okay, let me just start this. Yeah, I was right, y'all. I said Minnesota in 5 when everybody was saying Lakers.
You were super right. Yeah, you were super right.
Minnesota's the far better team. You could just see it down the line, just as a team. Minnesota's far better team. The Lakers had the 2, what we thought were the 2 better players. But I think Ant kind of changed everybody's mind. I hear a lot of people saying, they would take Ant over Luka, which I know, early on in the year, when Luka first got to the Lakers, that you would sound crazy, but I heard a lot of people saying they would rather have Ant. Ant is looking like the best young leader out there. Even in the games where he struggled, he still played defense. He keep his team involved. He make the right play. He comes off a little arrogant. He's hella arrogant, but he does it in a way where he empowers his team as well. So shout out to Minnesota. I just had to get that out of the way. But for the Lakers, I do think JJ got to hold a lot of that blame. But I want to know with Luka, it seems like the writing on the wall now is kind of like showing kind of why Dallas was willing to get rid of him. You think? Like in hindsight now, when we look at this, is this what Nico was trying to say? Like, there's always going to be a ceiling just because the shape and the lack of defense. Like, you got to remember, I picked Dallas before Luka was traded at the beginning of the year. I picked Dallas go back to the final. So I was riding with Dallas. I like Luka, but I think either, like you said, with this roster, either you got to get rid of LeBron and you got to just bring Rui and Finney Smith and guys like that who don't need the ball and who going to do all the dirty work. Shout out Rui. He played a lot better than I thought he would. But either you do that with Luka or, like, do you just think this is what we're going to get from Luka? Just I'm going to do my thing on offense. Like, even last night, I got to be honest, his back looked hurt on defense. His back end looked hurt on off. Like, that's cliche to say, but I seen the clips this morning. It's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, so you think, is this the writing on the wall for, like, why Dallas was trying to, maybe move forward from Luka, where we all thought there was a fool?
So even with all the deficiencies that everybody's saying that Luka has now, even with all that, right? Even if you want to put Ant in front of him in terms of who's the better player, him or Ant, he's still at worst, Luka's top 7 in the NBA. Like, at worst. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like those guys don't just grow on trees. Like, right. every star has deficiencies, right? They got something that they don't do well.
But out of all them, I would say he does probably effort-wise. And you got, like, I don't want to just, turn on Luka, because I love Luka. But now that he play for the Lakers, he with the ops. So, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. But, like, out of those 7, if he is 7, he gives us offensively, yes. But what he doesn't do other than that, he's by far the worst out of that 7. Like, I think he's the most out of shape. He's the easiest to go at. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was listening, shout out 520, and I was listening. They were saying even Isaiah Thomas, when he was on the Celtics, like even he would have a little heart and like, all right, I know they're going at me. Let me try to get some stops. You know what I'm saying? Like even James Harden, when they try to target James Harden, like he'll deny the post and battle in the post, and James Harden at least try. You know what I'm saying? It may not be for the whole game, but he'll give you some possessions where he can lock in. You know, yeah. Steph, you look at Steph, like we all know teams target Steph. Steph will get you some steals. He'll at least be engaged. You know, Luka, I just think, you know, maybe it's evident and like JJ wasn't able to bring that out of him. I don't know if Bron was the right leader to be able to bring that out of Luka, because it seemed like it, and everybody wanted to think that, oh, he get with LeBron, you know, Bron to teach him how to, you know, and what I seen, I was real disappointed. But I was just Bron didn't play the best. Austin Reeves, it is a lot on him. I think all year we talked about him being the best third option. I think in this series he was probably in this series, I'm taking McDaniels, I'm taking Naz Reid, and I might take DiVincenzo over Austin Reeves. Like,
yeah. I mean,
you know,
World in the chat said he don't even got Luka top 10. I think
World's a Luka's hater. World's a Luka hater.
I think that's a little.
And he's a Lakers fan. It's crazy.
Oh, damn, okay. But you know what's funny? I told you I don't like. I told you last year I ain't like. I don't like Luka's game. Like that style of basketball to me is just too difficult. I've always thought it's too difficult to win. I thought, and I think this is what a lot of people thought. Okay, well LeBron's there. He's this Swiss Army knife, and then we got to realize LeBron's 40 years old. This ain't, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago LeBron. If this was LeBron, had he, you know. If this is 33-year-old LeBron, I think we're talking about a different situation, because now he can, you know, run without getting tired. He don't need that. You know what I mean? Like LeBron in the playoffs, and again, I'm not going, me personally, I know a lot of LeBron haters are like salivating at this. I think it's weird that we're going to put, personally me, I think anything LeBron, and I've said this now going on 2 years, anything LeBron does is gravy. I don't think any of this stuff can be held against him at 40 and 41 years old, because nobody talks about the Wizards years for Jordan. Nobody talks about the Wizards years for Jordan when he was missing the playoffs. Nobody cares. So we're not going to act like
he already had 6 by that time. Bron's still chasing 6.
No, he's not chasing nothing. See, y'all made that a thing that Bron's chasing 6. We just trying to win as many championships as you can.
Chasing them. That's why he switched teams and make all these blockbuster moves and trades. He's chasing something. I mean, we never seen a guy have so many blockbuster trades in the lifetime. God.
In the immortal words of Herm Edwards, you play to win the game.
And he loses more than he wins.
But y'all act like he's not supposed to try to. If he's playing in the season, he's trying to win a championship, but he's not going in. Hey, I'm trying to chase that. No. Y'all put that out there because y'all making that the benchmark to pass up Jordan is getting 6. No, that's not a thing. It's not a thing. It's never been a thing until Jordan fans made it.
Hold on. When we was comparing Kobe and Shaq, what was the thing? What was the first thing Kobe said when he got his 5th ring? What was the first thing? What was the hold on, no. What was the first thing Kobe said when he got his 5th ring?
I got more than Shaq.
He made
but
it.
But that's
about,
different though.
He made it. He made it about how many.
No. But that's between him and Shaq, because they were together and Shaq left, and now we got beef. How my ass tastes, all this weird stuff. So that was like beef. That was different type of beef.
No, that's that. I think that was from Kobe. I think Kobe would agree. Rest his soul. That's why he had so much respect for Tim Duncan and the Spurs. That's why he only looked eye to eye to them. I think if Kobe was alive, he would tell Bron, hey, you got to lap me. And I'm not even saying Kobe over Bron and none of that. I think among those guys that, like, we'll say that top notch, those guys, that's what they looking at. When Jordan flexing on them, he wearing all 6 rings, showing up like this.
Yeah,
And
but
when
see, now
Bill
we got
Russell on the flex, if rest his soul, he would do the same. We all seen that picture where Bill Russell got all them rings.
Now you're doing weird stuff now, Ross, because nobody ever thought that Bill Russell was the GOAT for 11 rings. That was never a thing that anybody said ever.
No, but when they all, but when all those Hall of Fame guys are there, and just like if you go back and you watch the top 75 ceremony or the top 50 thing, when you go and look, yeah, you got 50 through 10. And then that top 10, all them huddle up and you get to see who's really who and who walk around like they the big dog, who the Mandingo, you know what I'm saying? You get to see who really walk around like the big dog, king of the jungle. It'd be Jordan with the 6 rings, or it'd be Bill Russell. I feel like Jordan would respect Bill Russell. You know what I'm saying?
Again, y'all made that a thing, though. That was never a thing. Y'all made that a thing because it was never anybody is chasing a certain number of championships. Jordan finished with 6, and then everybody said, okay. You know what? You know what's funny? Since we're talking about Jordan, I made this a point today. I've been telling everybody this all day because they were like, hey, man, you know, they were talking about Ant, and I love Ant, and I have no problem with him walking around the city doing all that. No problem. That shit was dope. It's funny as hell.
They had the clip, man.
No, fuck that clip. But one thing I said, though, was this. Not too much on first rounds, though, because nobody remembers any first round series. Nobody cares about first round. You don't build your legend on first round playoff series, except for one man. You know the 2 things that we, as a basketball culture, know about first round playoff series? A shot on Craig Elo and 63 points against the Celtics. Interesting, Ross. That's the only thing. You don't know nothing else about a first round matchup, like from like an individual player. Those are the 2 things that you know. Yeah, shot on Elo. You know that shot on Elo and 63 against the Celtics.
We believe Golden State built a whole thing by winning a first round matchup.
That's a team. I'm talking about an individual.
Baron Davis.
Stop. Nobody thinks Baron Davis is in that league. Stop.
We watched. I remember watching Kobe play OKC first round. I remember the first time Kobe mentioned Russell Westbrook in the first round that year when they was all young.
What I'm talking about is legacy defining stuff. What's the great legacy?
Man, Jordan got 6 rings. You talking about legacy defining in the first round?
Stop. You only know 2 things about a first round thing. Give me Steph's dope first round thing that he did. What's the GOAT? What's the dope first thing? You don't know because nobody cares about the first round. We know what Steph did in championship games, conference championships, and NBA finals. We don't know any. I can't give you any history from LeBron James in first round playoff matchups in Cleveland, in Miami. I have no clue what he did in those first rounds.
You cannot. He got beat.
See what I'm saying? Now you see. See what I'm saying? But the 2 things that the NBA, and may he rest in peace, and that David Stern ingrained in our heads, a shot on Elo and 63 against the Celtics. That's what we know about first round matchups.
No, we don't care about those.
Give me another iconic first round from an individual. Go. We don't know.
We know everything Jordan did because we studied him so much. When Steph retired,
we didn't study him. It was propaganda by the NBA. Propaganda.
With your fake news. Here you go. This your angle today. This is your angle today. Okay, I'm
just telling you. I'm just telling you that we don't put stock in first round playoff series. I'm just telling you we don't.
This is window to jump out of, y'all. This is it right here. Propaganda.
You can tell me what
was the propaganda when the Lakers was the story for the last 3 months, and everybody say how good the Lakers was playing. And everybody should be scared of the Lakers. And in actuality, they was only 1 game out of 8 playing in the play-in. And you came in here and you was laughing at the Warriors, talking about, they're in the play-in.
They were in the play-in.
You even picked them to lose. So you got that.
Nobody.
We talked about how bad Minnesota played all year. They did.
You can't say they didn't play bad.
1 game behind the Lakers and beating them in 5. I mean, we What about the propaganda when it's all about LeBron James? When the Lakers were a mediocre at best team, they got Luka. We all knew what their weakness was. We all knew they didn't go get a center. We all knew surrounding them guys, they didn't have no shooters, no defense. We all knew the roster was flawed, and we drank the tea because Kendrick Perkins and Stephen A. and all them idiots I sound like Chuck now. All them fools on television want to tell us how good the Lakers are, and them fools ain't know what they was talking about. So that was propaganda. So Jordan ain't the only one who benefited from propaganda. The whole time LeBron been in the league, it's been all about whoever LeBron James plays for.
Well, he's the best player on the planet.
Right, and he only won 4 rings. That's the facts.
And Jordan only won
22 years. For 22 years, we've been sitting here worried about everything LeBron, every move. Blockbuster trade after blockbuster trade. Let's send 4 guys here and bring in a superstar. Let AD, Luka. Let firing coaches. Now you want JJ to get fired? How many coaches is he gonna have in LA?
Who's the great coach? Who's the great coach he ever played for?
Bro, how many coaches?
Who's the great coach he ever played
for? We never can
no,
tell.
We do know. No, we do know. Whoa, we do know. David Blatt, he ain't been back in the NBA since he was gone. Mike Brown can't keep a job. Who else is he at? Oh, the coach that went over there to Phoenix, they just let his ass go. He's horrible. He couldn't win before or after. Who else?
He played for Spoelstra.
Darvin Ham, he back to being in the
He played for Spoelstra.
And his team just quit on him. Spoelstra's team just quit on him.
Right. I'm saying he played for Spoelstra. Why did he leave Miami LeBron. Then? Why did he leave Miami? He won
a chip since LeBron. Well, that's because
Spoelstra done took a team out of play-in twice to the NBA Finals.
Bron left for the same reason Jimmy left. That's why he left. Same reason Jimmy left.
Why?
Pat Riley.
Spoelstra done took 2 teams from the play-in to the.
Y'all told me that don't count. Y'all told me that appearances don't count, so I'm good on that.
That's the same thing as LeBron.
Ty Lue. Here's the problem with Ty Lue, world. He never made a finals or a conference championship or a conference finals without LeBron. Can't put Ty Lue. Is he a great coach? No.
Yes.
He ain't. Has he made a conference finals or a championship without LeBron? Yo, go. See? No great coach he's ever played for.
Frank Vogel.
He just got fired in Phoenix. They were terrible.
He won the chip. He got fired the next year.
And what has he done post that?
He was in the Lakers he was a coach for the Lakers 3 years, fine. And he won a chip.
And he left, and what did he go do? Get fired again.
Roy, he won a chip.
And then he got fired. Hit his next stop. He just got fired again, Ross.
I'm saying you didn't give him a chance to see if he could have been a good coach. He won 1 in 3 years.
You gave him a chance, man. We moving on.
No, 3 years ain't a chance if you won a chip. If I win you a chip, I should at least get 4 to 5 years.
Nah, man. Just because you date somebody for a long time, once you say that, like, once they do some bullshit, you ain't got to say, well, I got to give you another year. We good.
At that point, that's LeBron. Out of all the power we've seen him exercise in the league, you can't go find you a good coach. You rather go get one from a podcast. That's your fault. That's your hey. You gotta take that. Don't tell me what coach have you played for when we literally seen you talk to somebody for 10 episodes and you figured that was enough for him to step away from the microphone to a head coach.
I didn't say Bron was a good GM. I didn't say he was a GOAT GM.
So that's on him. So don't
I
say
agree.
That.
But I'm just telling you, though, facts is facts. Y'all telling me Jordan is the GOAT, but he also played for the greatest coach of all time. Interesting.
He made him the greatest coach of all time.
Hold on.
Who was Phil Jackson before?
That was his first job, Ross. That was his first.
Exactly, Roy.
What are you talking about exactly?
His first job was coaching Michael Jordan.
And Jordan had won a total of 0 championships before he started coaching them.
And then he got Phil Jackson, and how many he won?
They won 6 once Phil Jackson became his coach.
Okay, Roy.
And then when Phil Jackson left, how many more did Phil Jackson win? That's because he's a great coach. Because he's a great coach.
Kobe and Shaq.
And how many championships had they won? How many championships had Shaq won before Phil showed up? I'm just giving you facts.
Roy, it's the same thing as Steve Kerr. I love Steve Kerr. When you inherit Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and then you bring Dennis Rodman
They had
over,
won nothing without Phil Jackson.
Bro, he was already the best player in the NBA.
And he had won nothing. He was the best player with no rings, Ross. Let me tell you, these are facts. The man, you just told me Bill Russell got 11 rings. This man, he got a bunch. How many rings he got? He got 11 rings. He got 5 with the Lakers, 6 with the damn Bulls. Do Phil Jackson? He got 11 rings as a coach. That's pretty good.
And I'm not saying Phil Jackson a bad coach, but you can't. Come on, bro. Michael Jordan is the reason why Phil Jackson was a good coach.
Why didn't Jordan win with those other coaches?
Bro, Phil Jackson ain't never built nothing out the mud. Phil Jackson went to an already assembled thing, and when it like
let me ask you
the question is, Jackson wasn't there when the Lakers were sorry and built them up. Like,
the question is,
how good of a coach are you whenever you can just coach when the deck is loaded?
Why didn't Kobe and Shaq win with Steve? I think it was Fisher that was the coach. Why didn't they win with him then when they had Fisher over there?
So why didn't Phil Jackson win when he had Melo?
I don't know. Look, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just telling you, he won with Jordan and without Jordan. That's all I'm telling you.
Right. He won in 2 places where the deck was loaded. And then why didn't he win no more? It was just over after then.
He only played one other place. I mean, he only coached one other place.
Oh, okay.
Melo wasn't that good. That's why.
Oh, okay.
I got Melo as number 78.
I got more respect for a guy like Spoelstra, even though Spoelstra came in on LeBron and Wade. What Spoelstra has done outside of LeBron and Wade.
Chips.
Right, but what he's done outside of LeBron and Wade, Spoelstra done proven.
What has he done?
Bro, he went to the finals with all undrafted dudes.
Oh, yeah, that's
Duncan
right.
Robinson and Gabe Vincent and Max Strus. And
I forgot
the same Gabe Vincent that's not good enough to play. The same Gabe Vincent that's not good enough to get 15 minutes. He literally made it with Jimmy Butler, a third-tier star, Jimmy Butler, and a whole bunch of dudes. You just told me you don't know how good Bam is because he always going to be little. Duncan Robinson, you just told me nobody don't want in trade. Tyler Hero, a young Tyler Hero, Gabe Vincent, Max Strus. So I got more respect for a guy like Spoelstra who's able to always figure out a way. But it's not we not on coaches, but I'm not just gonna let
That's interesting that you got a lot of respect for Spoelstra for figuring out a way how to. For Spoelstra, you got a lot of respect for him for figuring out a way how to get to a championship and lose, but you don't have the same reverence for Bron on figuring out a way to get to championships and then he loses them. You just care about the losses. Got it. Okay, I just want to figure out the logic. Okay, I got you. Okay, we figured it out. Okay,
yeah. Today's about Anthony Edwards, man. We spend too much time on losers. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk.
The Lakers are the headline. The Lakers are the headline, not the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm sorry. The Lakers are the headline.
Anthony Edwards for sure is the headline.
Not with 13 points in the closeout game. You're not the headline, sir. He had a horrible game. 0 for 11 from 3. He was 0 for 11. No. Let's talk. We're talking about the closeout game. He was 0 for 11 from 3. He played horrible offensively.
LeBron had 20 points on 21 shots.
And that's why they lost. That's why they lost. But let's not act like Anthony Edwards sent them home because he had a bad. No,
he dropped 40 in the game that really set it up in the backbreaker. But we know how series go. Just like you said, remember, we know how series go. The one that was
he was horrible. He was horrible in the closeout.
The one that was a must-win, he dropped 43.
Oh no! You don't got to win Game 5. That's the closer. I'm just saying he was horrible for him to be going around.
He was 22. Rudy gave you 24 and 22.
Yeah, that's because JJ Redick decided he wanted to play point guards and small forwards only, which is just a horrible strategy. And Rudy did exactly what he was supposed to do. Yeah, y'all gonna play point guards and a whole lineup of point guards and small forwards. I'm just gonna dunk the ball every time. Like what? This is why you fire JJ, because that's just a fire. But and I know his assistants know better. He got Nate McMillan over there with him. Who else he got on the sideline? He got some good assistant coaches, veteran assistant coaches. I know they just, after the game, they go back to their hotel or they link up and just laugh.
Talk about him crazy.
They just laugh at his dumb ass. I know they do.
And
I know they do.
JJ got the tight. You saw him snap in the interview. JJ, man, he a little snappy. He had like above being questioned.
See, they got Nate McMillan and Scott Brooks. Scott Brooks, who was the coach for a while with those Oklahoma City Thunder when they was, back when the Kevin Durant and all those days when they was on that first run, coached a lot of good talent. I think he coached in Milwaukee once for a while, but like him and Nate McMillan both played in the NBA for a long time. Basically, they really had similar careers. Well, not as much Scotty Brooks. He was on those championships. He was on at least the first championship team with the Rockets back in the day. I don't know if he was on that second one, but he really, Nate McMillan, though, him and JJ's careers were comparable. Nate was more of a defender and run the team. But I'm just saying that to say two good assistants. I know they sit there and just laugh at his dumb ass. Because what did he think Rudy was going to do? Does he think Rudy's just JaVale McGee? No disrespect, JaVale, but like
everybody thought. Everybody was clowning Rudy, man. And I saw shout out Rudy because they've been trying to pick him on that screen with Luka, and they say everybody's shooting like 28% when Rudy's guarding. So
I always thought Rudy got a bad rap for the defensive. Like, oh man, he overrated. Is he? I was the only person. Go back and do like my boy Fredro Starr from Onyx said, do the knowledge. I was the only person who said it was a good trade that they made for Rudy. When they traded, everybody, that's great. I'm like, well, hold on. Let's think about this. If you're saying that this is the final piece that we need because we think from now on we're going to be playing for championships, then all those picks don't matter because those picks are going to be low picks anyway. So those picks, think about it, right now, they got a guy that they just picked up who can clearly play. Like Dillingham would have been a starter for the Lakers. He don't even get in the rotation. So like those picks don't matter when your team is going to be that good. So I was like, you're getting Rudy. If this is going to be a final piece, then you're good. So I was like, that's a good trade. I mean, what else? Fuck them picks.
Hey, we got to give some credit to Julius Randle, too.
We said it on Tuesday. Julius was great that whole series. I don't know how he's going to play for the rest of the playoffs, but in that series, he played within himself. He played bully ball when he needed to. He was unbelievable. He was knocking down the 3 ball. That was pretty consistent.
Shot 39%.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. If he's going to do that for the playoffs, it's going to be a problem. They're going to be tough out. And he didn't do the stuff that
game shooting at that clip. Yeah.
He didn't do the stuff that like the Knicks fans were getting upset with him about, stopping the ball, just trying to go one-on-one. He wasn't doing any of that. He was impressive this series. The Knicks, speaking of them, have been winning all game against Detroit. Right now, Detroit's up 2 is what I'm showing with 5 minutes left.
I got it on in the background. Yep. Detroit up 2. Look like it's a challenge right now on the play, but yeah, good game. And this is
Anthony Towns. And y'all wanted me to apologize to Karl Anthony Towns. That man right now is 4 for 10 with 9 points. Hell out of here. I ain't apologizing to Cat. He is who he is.
4 for 10.
He is who he is. He has 12 boards. I'll give him that. So he's on his way to a double-double, but 10 shots, Ant?
Yeah. Yeah. So shout out Ant. Now we gotta talk about your boys.
Who?
So, Houston.
Oh, shout out to us, man. Yeah, we went out there. Handled our business at home.
You was counting y'all out too. You talking about, I expect the Warriors to come.
I did. But like maybe this Warriors team isn't who I thought they were.
Nah, I think Steve Kerr was smart. Hey, we gotta win one more game. We got 3 games. Let these boys being aggressive right now. It ain't falling. Let me go ahead. He pulled them boys in the 3rd quarter. And it almost got close where he was ready to put them back in. I think at that point, it was smart to leave them out. They cold. But yeah, that was a must win by y'all, good win. But I think the Warriors kind of held some back a little bit.
I think the Rockets win the series.
Oh man, stop it. Here you go again. You this the same way you thought the Kings was gonna beat the Warriors. Okay. I'm not letting you live that.
Really step back and let's think about this. If the Rockets lose this series, they're gonna kick themselves in the backside about game 3. That's the one that they should have won.
Mm-hmm.
No Jimmy. They needed to find a way to win that game, and they just let it go at the end. Green, the one thing I'll say about that game, they didn't waste a good Green game because Green did not play well again for Houston. What did he finish with that game? I think he was single digits in points. What did Jalen Green finish with?
I'm telling you, I'm starting to think he trash.
Damn, you going to trash?
Bro, what's up with him?
You going to trash?
He
So
had
they
11.
scored so his team scored 131 points. How many did he have?
11.
On 3 for 8.
I'm telling
out of
you.
131 points. Yeah, that 8. So again, they didn't waste a good Jalen Green game. Is the only because he's only played one good game this series. So you got to think the way his year has gone, there's another 30 ball in there somewhere. If they could get that from him in game 6.
Okay, I'm looking. You know what he's shooting for? Okay, you know what he's shooting for the playoffs? He's averaging 14 points. He's shooting 38 from the field and 33 from 3. Terrible. During the year, he was averaging 21. He was shooting 42 from the field and 35 from 3. He shoots 60% from the free throw line. So he ain't even making his free throws. His confidence is shot.
So in this series, he had the 38-point game in game 2. Other than that, it was 7 points, 9 points, 8 points, 11 points.
Confidence is shot.
So that's what I'm saying. I mean,
that's trash.
I think he got a 30 ball in him still. Pause.
Nah, not at Golden State. At Golden State,
we're going to need it. Because Steph is already crying about, oh, they hitting my hand. They touching my hand. So, he's trying to put that on the referee's mind. So they going to need it. They going to need him to come out. Because I saw the Thompson kid came out and was just aggressive.
I told you.
He just came out and said, I'm just going to be aggressive.
You talking about you don't like his game. He the
I
future.
Still don't like his game.
Man, he the future for y'all.
I like his game with the right piece. Like he could play with Luka.
Yeah.
Just be like another wing over there, play with Luka. He could play over there, but yeah, I don't know what kind of game he has. And I keep telling y'all, I'm gonna sound like a hater. I promise y'all. Steph Curry has fooled y'all into thinking that he has one of the great handles of all time. I've been saying this for years. No great ball handler gets ripped as much as Steph Curry does. I say it all the time. Nobody that you know with a great handle gets ripped this much. Just the ball just taken
loose with it. He's loose with it.
So that's not a great handle. What do you want me to do? It's not my fault. Like it's just not a great handle.
I don't think his handle is like as tight as some of the other guys. I think where his handle is the threat of the shot allows him to, you know what I'm saying? He always gonna have you kind of compromise because you so worried about the shot. So he get his stuff off. You know what I'm saying? Because he can shoot it at any time. And it's so quick that but yeah, I don't think he's Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? I don't think
they got him up when they be talking about these top 5 handles. People be trying to sneak Steph Curry in these conversations. They always try to sneak him in. And I agree with you, but if you really look outside of the 2 clips he got against Chris Paul, all the rest of his handle highlights are against switches on bigs. None of those are against guards.
So right now, give me your top 3 best handles in the league.
In the league right now? James Harden, Kyrie. I'm trying to think of some guards. I don't like his handle, but I guess I'll put LaMelo up there because he got that big long motherfucker. He got that bitch on the string. He got that bitch on the string though.
I like Garland. Garland got a tight handle.
Haven't really seen a lot of Garland. I ain't watched a lot of Garland, so I can't really say one way or the other on him. But I would take your word for it. Ice Tray, I might put Ice Tray up there. Ice Tray, nobody taking it from him. Nobody taking it from him. It ain't a lot of just dudes. I think they got. That's why I put like LaMelo. if you watch LaMelo play, that bitch is on a string. You talk about being loose with it. That nigga dribble like he has no cares in the world.
But he averaged 6 turnovers a game.
Yeah, but his turnovers aren't from getting ripped. His turnovers are because he's throwing that bitch like that motherfucker just throw the ball. He just get in the air, just try anything. His turnovers are just the dumbest turnovers of all time.
Okay, can we get an update on the people if Steph Curry still approaching the cliff? You were saying he's approaching.
Look, he just had 13 points yesterday, Ross. What are you talking about? Yes.
Gosh, here we go.
He just had 13. Did he not just have 13 points? What are you talking about? In a closeout game, he just had 13 points.
Come on, Roy.
That's a fact. That's not a come on, Roy. That's a fact. He just had 13 points in the closeout.
Averaging 23. Okay. Shooting 50, 40, 90.
Okay. All I know is in a closeout game, he just had 13 points. That's all I can tell you.
All right.
I didn't make that up.
50, 40, 90 in the playoffs.
I'm just telling you. His last 2 games against the Rockets, 17 points and 13 points. That's all I can tell you. I don't know what you want me to do with that. That's all. Yeah. He might come out and go for 40. I don't know. I'm just telling you the last 2 games.
I think that's more likely than Jalen Green going for 30.
Possibly. But I will say this, just to circle back to the Warriors, though. I am disappointed in the Warriors, though. I thought them as a veteran team would see the importance of let's get them up out of here, especially because they knew Minnesota had already won. Oh, no, they hadn't seen Minnesota yet.
No, they played the early game before Minnesota.
Even more reason, because you got to go in there thinking Minnesota could win and close out tonight. Let's handle our business and get some rest, just in case the Lakers win. And for them to go in there and to like take their foot off the gas, say, we'll take it back to the crib. Okay. I think you're playing with fire, though. Not because I think Houston is some great team, but, them young boys get to run up and down the court, throw up a couple shots. Now all of a sudden you're coming back to Houston with a game 7. Tough. I mean, let's not forget the nickname for the city is, shout out to the 90 squad. We are Clutch City. Like, this is how we made our name, coming back from 3-1, clutch basketball. So, maybe it's maybe Houston finna show up. But I don't know. Can we talk about this, though? Well, all the Clippers fans they got quiet. And they got real quiet in Clipperland. I was hearing all this Clipper talk last week. It was all good with Clippers. Now all of a sudden, nobody thinks the Clippers are that good no more.
I think that loss where Aaron Gordon made the dunk at the end of the game, I think that was a big loss. I think that was a real big loss. I think that was a little deflating. Then you done messed around. You done let Jamal Murray insert himself. I think the Clippers could still win, though. I think they could win tonight for sure. You don't think they can win tonight?
I mean, they have to win tonight.
Win tonight. Nah, I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if they, like, the way it's going. I wouldn't be surprised if they.
My question to you would be: forget if they can win tonight or not. Can they win a game 7 in Denver? Is the question.
For sure.
See, I don't think they can win. I don't think it's a chance they can win a game 7 in Denver.
I'm waiting to see a bad Russell Westbrook game.
I don't think that even matters because is Jamal Murray activated now? Because he went crazy.
But if Russ give you one of them 2 for 11 games,
we're not even giving him the ball though. If Jamal Murray rolling, we good. If Jamal Murray rolling, we don't even need to give Russ the ball. Nigga, just play defense, run around, do that. Like you don't gotta come get it. Like we only need you to come get it if Jamal not going. But if Jamal got it going, we good.
So you remember we was getting kind of down on Porter Jr. and some of those surrounding
his teammates. Yeah,
I think he heard the message. He's been playing a lot better. Aaron Gordon, I think he's one of the most underappreciated guys. Like, even in that last game I'm looking, he had 23, 7 for 11 from field. Like, Aaron Gordon has been hooping, dog.
Yeah.
So like their
knocks
whole
down that
lineup.
corner 3-2 now. If he can,
Yeah,
he's tough. And he plays
Bron's
good
been
defense.
playing well. Bron come off the is Bron or Westbrook? They've been playing well. So it's just like I think the Nuggets, they only go by 7 deep, but their 7 is legit. So yeah,
DeAndre Jordan came in last game and gave him some quality minutes. Shout out to DeAndre Jordan, man.
Yeah. Well, with the Clippers, all they got is Zoo. So,
Yeah, I like the move of bringing in DeAndre Jordan, like you said. I mean, he ain't who he used to be, but he's a big body still. Use them fouls up, give Joker a rest, especially when you got a lead like that. And he didn't play bad. He gonna play within himself. But
so I'm looking, it's tough. You look at the Nuggets. So Joker's giving you 25, 12, 25, 13, and 11 on the playoffs. Murray's giving you 25. Gordon's giving you 18. Westbrook 13, Porter 11, and Bron 11. So that it's so well rounded over there. It's like you Joker's gonna do him, and you could say, all right, we slow down Murray, but then you got Gordon and Westbrook. You say we take away Gordon, and then you got Porter Jr. So they just got they're like a well-oiled machine. They spread it around. Denver looking scary. I think right now to me, Denver and Minnesota. Let's say Denver does go and Jamal Murray go off again the way he did this last game against the Clippers. That would be a sign to the rest of the league to me that Denver and Minnesota is on a collision course. Because I think I like OKC. I think Denver probably could. They probably could beat OKC. You don't think so?
I think it'd be a really good series. That's a fun series.
I think Joker just give them hell.
But I think you just let Joker get 50. My thing would be he can't have more than 5 assists. Like we would try to limit his assists. Let him get 50. But what we can't do is let him throw lobs to Aaron Gordon. Let Aaron Gordon hit corner threes.
Hartenstein and Chet. You don't think that's
fine. Again, I'm letting him get 50. We're just gonna let him get 50. Let him get 50.
Yeah.
Because what is he gonna be that aggressive every game to try to score 50? If so, let him get 50. I'm not doubling off of him. I wouldn't. I would let Russell Westbrook beat me if he's on the court.
I think that's everybody's best chance. That's why I say that's the only hope the Clippers kind of have is that Russ, well, what we know is the fact that Russ has been playing pretty well and he has made some big shots. We know he ain't going to be shy to keep taking them. So you just got to hope that, he give you one of them games where he just go, 2 for 14. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And OKC wants to get up and down the court. I don't think that, Denver doesn't want to do that with Joker. Denver wants to throw the ball to Joker, let him do what he does, and let him dictate. OKC, get that thing. We out. We run it.
Yeah. I think between Denver, like if Denver does get it done tonight and they really go and do what we thought the Warriors was going to do and like handle business and send that message like we're not playing, then yeah, I think it's Minnesota and Denver. But we got to see. Now in the East, we got the Knicks in Detroit right now. It's a minute left. It's a 1-point game. 112-111.
Knicks fighting for their life. Because I don't know if the Knicks. I don't know. Do you understand the pressure that's going to be on the Knicks if they have to go back? What happened?
The young Thompson twin just caused the shot clock violation. He locked up Brunson.
If the Knicks have to go back to New York to try to win a game 7, with that New York media talking about it for the next couple of days, and it's going to be so much pressure on those guys, man. I don't think they win.
With Cat's reputation.
Yeah, and what is Cat at right now? Where's he at? Up to 10 points.
we've seen him have some bad elimination games.
Yeah, Cat, you gotta. So Cat last game he had a 17-point night. Right now he's at 10. We just need more. We need you to be dominant down there. We need you to be dominant. Okay, let's talk about the crash out. I love the crash out. Giannis crashed out after they lost. It was a justified crash out after their loss to the Pacers. Heck of a game, heck of a finish. Haliburton said, "Hey man, overrate this, motherfucker." Y'all
Can I ask why everybody says it's a crash out?
Oh, he crashed out. I mean, he grabbing niggas behind the back of their head and shit. Yeah, he crashed out. But it was justified though. He justified in the crash out. You know what I'm saying?
What happened? What happened?
Okay, let's go with the first one. So the first one is, we all know Haliburton's pops. Let me see if I can grab the video.
Yeah, I seen this.
He jumps out and acts a damn fool after the game. Let's pull this up. So he comes from the stands, and you know, shout out to Giannis. He don't know who the hell this is, this stupid fool in his face. So Giannis is confused. So this is right here. The game just ended. You see Giannis standing top of the key right there, just kind of just like, damn, we just lost. And right behind him, you can see a dude on the court with a jersey. Now he's gonna now walk in front of Giannis with a towel with his son's face on it. There you go. So now he's in front of Giannis, and he's, in Giannis's words, he's cussing him out. That's what the F we do. That's what the F we do. Da 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 da. And Giannis is like, who the hell is like? What the hell's going on? You know what I'm saying? Giannis is confused at this point, right? His teammate steps in, breaks it up. You know what I'm saying? But Giannis is confused at that juncture. At some point, somebody clearly told him, "Hey man, don't worry about it. That's Haliburton's pops." You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why they told that man that, because he said, "Oh, that's who that was." And so now Giannis went and sought him out. He was like, "Oh, okay, let me go holler at him then, right? Let me go holler at him since he want to holler at me. Let me go over to him." So Giannis goes to him in the stands. Here goes Giannis and says, "Let me holler at him." Forehead to forehead action. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga, get in my fucking face. Yeah. 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 There you go, y'all. Let that little nigga know. Let him know that I ain't the one. They lucky. Where was the nine? Where's his brother at? They lucky his brother wasn't there. It would have been a full-fledged crash out if his brother would have been there. Because he ain't.
Brother would have went a tackle dude.
His brother ain't playing none of that. So he went forehead to forehead. Poor Haliburton mom back there, like, Lord, he do this all the time. She like, Lord, he doing. He didn't.
Hold on. You talking about Nancy right there? That's the Haliburton mama.
That's his mama.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh man. Hold on, Roy.
That's his mom. That's Deuce.
Oh, you can't call that.
Look, you see Mom Deuce trying to like get his hand off of him, like, please don't hurt him.
That ain't Mom Deuce, that's mother, Roy.
Hilarious, by the way. So that was Giannis. So he leaves that, and Giannis wasn't even done. Giannis wasn't done after that. Giannis was just getting warmed up because he was like, y'all been doing all this talking the whole damn series. Y'all got people jumping out the stands. Where old boy at that was talking? So Giannis then goes and finds, I don't know the dude's name, but I guess somebody on the bench was talking crazy. So Giannis, shout out to Giannis. Giannis went and fouled old boy. Hold on.
Giannis standing on business.
Huh?
He's standing on business.
Yeah, so Giannis went and found old boy. He went and found him. Old boy thought he was coming up just to get a dap.
That's Neesmith.
There you go.
Entire team played and made some plays. TJ was outstanding, I thought.
And then did Mathurin.
They still trying to clean.
Yeah, Giannis was with all that. Yeah, you did. Giannis said, we with all that. We with all that.
Hey, you know it's crazy. You know it's crazy. They better be happy Dame Achilles was tore. Because Dame wanted to smoke too. Dame was telling Haliburton, I'll whoop yo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he wanted. Yeah, Antetokounmpo wanted that action. Now there was a person.
Crazy too.
Now he's on the coaching staff, I think. So here's is he playing or is he on the coaching staff? What's your man's name right there with the right here? That used to be on the. He used to play for the Heat. The crazy motherfucker do the MMA.
DeMarre Carroll.
No, not DeMarre Carroll. My dude right here, right? Can you see my? I don't know if you can see my mouth right here. What's his name?
They used to do the MMA. That's not James Johnson, is it?
What's my dude's name? Is that him?
James Johnson?
Yeah, that's who it is. Yep.
Oh, yeah, he a crazy dude.
Yeah. He really liked that with them hands, though. Leave him alone. So, yeah, he was on the Pacers side. So, you know, he was playing peacemaker, but he was really wanting that smoke. I mean, I'm sorry, but they trust me, they don't want that smoke with him, though. He really. But Giannis was out of pocket, though. He went and grabbed dude by the back of his neck. Here goes the still images of the Giannis crash out. He went forehead to forehead with the pops. And then he walked up on the homie and grabbed him by the back of his neck. Lord have mercy. You grab a nigga by the
Hey, what my boy Maxwell say with them big African hands? My boy Maxwell say big old African hands.
That nigga by the back of his shit and brought that nigga in like, come here, nigga. Let me talk. Let me tell you something too. Yeah.
Look how big his hand and his paws.
Yeah, you can't grab a nigga like a grown man like that.
Yo, bro, whole back of his hand.
Yeah, Giannis know he out of pocket for that. That's why I said it was a crash out because he went there with it.
Hey, that boy
Knicks might pull it off. They up 116, 113. Shout out to the Knicks. 4 seconds left.
Yeah, Brunson just hit a big three.
Brunson got a 40 ball.
I don't know how he got left that wide open, though. What happened? Man, he got a good look at the top of the key. Cash. It was like the Thompson twin got caught in guarding both, and I don't know how Bronson ended up just walking into three at the top of the key.
So just to go back to the Giannis thing, they did announce that Haliburton's pops.
Yeah, I saw that.
They're not gonna let him go to no games. They shouldn't. Ship his ass, you know. He should have
say home or away.
Yeah, homo. Yeah, bro. It's got to be an NBA thing. And let me say this. And I like his game, but Shaq, shut the hell up. Because Shaq was on there trying to, oh, man, y'all being soft. Oh, that come with it. No, somebody running on the court and jumping, a fan running on the court and jumping in your face, that don't come with it. No, stop, Shaq.
Because Shaq was one of the most sensitive ones.
Come on, dude. I don't even know who this is. You jumping in my face. I don't know what you finna do. If Giannis would have just big faced him, he would have been, to me, he would have been in the right. He would have been wrong, but he would have been in the right still to me. Fuck that. Get the fuck off the court.
Game over, Roy. Pistons just had a good play drawn up. Last possession. Pistons had a good play. Turned the ball over. Beasley didn't catch the ball off his hands. To go home. That's crazy. And it was going to be an open look.
That's the same.
Off the fingertips.
Same way the Bucks game ended with Gary Trent Jr. Threw him the ball, he was wide open. He was wide open when he got the ball.
I saw it happen to LeBron a couple times.
It did. It happened to LeBron on one. He threw it. LeBron didn't even run back. He was like, oh, goddamn.
He was like, I was going to shoot
that. Playing like me at the damn gym. He was like, because I'm definitely not going to run that shit down now. Yeah, y'all can have that. Shout out to who was this Bleacher Report? This was hard right here too. This was Bleacher Report. I think they put this out. This was so damn hard. I like these type of commercials or little skits or whatever. This was hard.
Got Steph next.
You see what he got the Steph picture. That's hard. That's hard. I like how they ended that with the Steph picture in the background. That's hard. Yeah, that's hard. But the little letter right here is funny because it's something from LeBron, like sending like a fax. What does it say?
And it's part of the ball. They say I smacked his wrist. but the wrist is attached to the hand. I
That's
like that. That's
yeah,
petty.
that's good shit. I
And
like
AKA your favorite Hooper's favorite
that.
Hooper.
Baby Hooper.
That's hard.
Yeah, I like that.
He has like I would say KD was that before. Ant for sure, even to all his peers and all these like all these legends, you could even tell by that White House clip when Ant told Obama and them, and LeBron said, "Yeah, this young man is the truth." You know,
Yeah.
like you can tell he's their favorite out of all the young boys. Like I know Tatum gets love, but like the way, like you gotta love Ant, bro.
You do. I'm with
His
you.
charisma, he's polarizing. Like whether he won it or not, he the next face of the league.
He is. I'm with you, 100. Whether you want it or not,
You gonna have to figure it out, bro.
his game, his like you said, his game, his personality, everything, dude. It's too loud. It's too
They
marketable.
might even have to get you out of Minnesota.
Interesting.
Unless he just start winning. That you know the league now. When LeBron James retire, there's gonna be a void that needs to be filled. And you got Luka in LA. The league gonna find somehow, some way to get some more market, to get these markets up. And it because we was talking about it. These playoffs, all the implications that come with this playoffs right here.
That's a fact.
It's career defining for everybody. So like this right here, like even going to that little clip you just showed, like that is, you want to say, oh, nobody don't care about first round. That is something for Ant back-to-back years. You eliminated KD and you eliminated LeBron James back-to-back years.
It's dope. You get no awards for it, but it's dope though.
But at the end of his career, part of his storyline, that's gonna be part of his storyline.
Yeah. I mean, look, the one thing I love about Ant is that he has no problem with taking it from these old heads that's been the faces of the league, that's been the guys. He actually wants to go and take it. Like kind of like how a couple of years ago when the Celtics played the Warriors, I was looking at it as that, hey, the Celtics, y'all got to come take the Warriors y'all need to come take it.
And they did.
They didn't take it. Like Ant wants to come and take it. He was talking crazy. Remember the Clippers? He was talking crazy to Durant, talking crazy to the Lakers. Like he wants to come and take it.
And even
he respects all of them. He respects it.
Even when he came up short, and he called down and said, "I want to guard Kyrie," and then he went and said, "Yeah, I probably should have left that man alone." Yeah. But he's willing to go out on that limb.
Yes,
I want to see how I compare versus these guys who y'all say are the best. You know what I'm saying? First thing they say how I felt, he said, we just beat the best player in the world, the best player ever. You know what I'm saying? It feel that much better. So he knows, like I got to go take this. I'm finna gauge myself versus these dudes. I got respect for y'all, but I'm the truth. And I love that. I love that. That's
real shit.
That's what Jason Tatum is lacking. I think Jason Tatum might just have to, you know what I'm saying, post a clip of him talking, at the way that boy was walking down that sidewalk, talking like he was straight with his homeboys under the tree. You know what I'm saying? Like Jason Tatum might just have to go ahead and just, be himself one day.
He don't know who he is. That nigga just looking for sound bites. That nigga we've never seen somebody at the end of a championship just say every sound bite that he's ever heard anybody say at the end of a championship. He just he just said everything. Let me just take everybody's shit.
What sounds cool?
Yeah, right. Like fucking all of them.
He yelled anything is possible, didn't he? Wow.
He was saying all kinds of shit. Let me get to this real quick. We almost about here for the night. But I saw this, and damn, the league is in a bad shape. They were showing potential free agent centers next year. Brook Lopez, old as shit. Clint Capella, old and whack. Miles Turner might got a little bit in the tank, can stretch it out. All right. Nas Reed, he probably is gonna, opt into that play options. A lot of money there. But he's the best of this bunch. Steven Adams, best days are behind him. Al Horford, he probably retired this year. Andre Drummond, too old. Kevin Looney, that nigga got back, knee, all kind of problems, and he just stiff. John Collins, all right. I mean, Okay. Precious, they don't even play him in New York. So, yeah, that's a bad crop right there.
That's a terrible crop. Nas Reed is the only thing.
That's the only thing.
And like Al Horford, but how many years can he keep doing?
He got to be getting ready to retire, bro. Yeah, I looked at that. I was like, Jesus, that's all that's out there? There's got to be someone else out there. Maybe these are the top people they thought about.
Man,
yeah,
I like the free agency. Let's see free agency.
Yeah, that don't look good. That don't look good right there, bro. I'm cool on all. I mean, obviously Nas Reed is the one that you would want out of that bunch, but there's no secondary option to me. I don't hate John Collins' game. I mean, obviously he's a lob threat. You know what I'm saying? If you get him in the right system, he can be a lob threat. He's not a bad player. He just got to be at the right price, but he got a player option, so he's probably going to opt in for the money.
Yeah, it's some trash unrestricted free agents next year. It's not really too many good ones. So yeah, you're right. Brook Lopez, he coming off a $24 million deal. So Brook Lopez, Capella, you got Brogdon out of Washington, Bruce Brown, Miles Turner, Hardaway Jr. Hardaway earned some money through the playoffs.
Yeah, he played well for Detroit.
He's played well. D'Angelo's unrestricted.
Yeah, we cool on him.
Karis LeVert, Dennis Schroeder, he's played well in Detroit.
I think I'm cool on Dennis too.
Hey, now somebody maybe the Lakers could use. I like the Chris Boucher from Toronto. I like him. And then Marvin Bagley, but Marvin, that's kind of like he can fill that PJ Washington role that Dallas had. You know, he can hit a corner three.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gary Payton Jr., I think through this playoffs, he's earning.
He probably is going to leave and go get himself some money. He deserves it.
He's done it about 2 times now, and then he ended up
coming back. I know, yeah. But you got to get a bag, though. I mean, if it's a bag out there for you, you got to go get it.
Malik Beasley earned the second chance for sure.
Yeah. He can shoot the ball.
Yeah, so it like you say, the league is in a kind of bad position right now. As far as just that transition, I think with the young talent, we still got it, but it's still some like. Why can't we really? It's a couple that have broken through, but even like them centers, why can't we find, the next? Even I'm looking at point guards. Like, who would you say are the young? Like Cade Cunningham. You got
I think the point guard position is dead. I don't think these guys are point guards. I think these guys are scorers that have the ball the whole time. That's it. Like, they're not really point guards like that. Like, they're just like, they got the ball the whole game. Like Brunson, for all intents and purposes, is just looking to score.
Right.
He's not, that's his role. Trae Young is looking to score. Yeah, he throws some passes, but he's really looking to score. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Cade, he's looking to score, dog. Like, that's his best. Like, everybody just named really
Cade probably a little bit more is closer to a true guard than them other two.
I don't know. I don't like his passing though. I think he's a better scorer than passer. Mm-hmm. Like when we look at these point guards, most of them are better scorers than they are just straight passers of the basketball. Like, But look, this is what we're teaching the kids, though. Look, this is what we're teaching the kids. This is why the game all fucked up. This is what we're teaching the kids. Watch this goofiness. See? He just trying to get a foul the whole way down to the goddamn foot.
Hey, you know who that?
Yeah, that's Frank.
That's Buddy from the gym. That's Buddy
Frank.
from the
Yeah, that's Frank right there. He just the whole way down the court, he just throwing his goddamn head back.
Come on, man.
And real talk, that's not even a foul. I don't think, I'm trying to figure out where's the foul. It's never any contact. He's running into the kid. Like, where's the foul?
looked like a freaking
Where's the foul?
terrible.
But that's what we're teaching though. Just throw your fucking head back and and then look, his teammates know it. Watch his teammates. They laugh because they know what he's doing. Yeah, they laughing at his dumb ass doing that goofy stuff. But that's what we teaching, dog. That's what we teach. All right, let's get to some Negro news. Let's get up out of here, man. I had to play this one for Negro news because this is what they call it. What you young folks call it? Scan the hoes, right? That's what they be saying. Scan the hoes.
Let me see.
Huh? This is Scan the Hoes 101 right here. And it's funny because I do the other pod, No Strings, the relationship joint. And we had just had a whole conversation where we were talking about pool parties and stuff. And I'm a big fan. Going back to my high school days, I saw some wild stuff at pool parties. So I used to be like, hey, man, all that playing with folks in the water, dunking them in the pool and grabbing somebody and jumping in the pool with them, I don't do all that, right? Like, I don't like to play like that around that water. No, I'm cool. You there?
We saw. Is this the one we saw last time? Let's see.
No, not that one. You talking about the one with the friend? No, not that one. This is another one.
Was hating.
Negroes like to play around. No, not that one. Negroes like to play around the pool too much. So here we go right here. See? So this young lady was at the pool just trying to do what she do. Now, this is where Negroes get it fucked up. And watch what happens here. When playing goes wrong. Now, she's trying to have a good time. There we go. Watch this Negro. Dumped her right on her shit. Dumped her right on her. Boom. That's rib cage. That's head.
Look at his whole little drop. He wasn't used to doing nothing. Like, you tell he ain't never body slammed nobody.
Dude, what are you doing, fam?
He low-key dropped her.
Yes, this dude. Man, she could have cracked a rib, could have hit her head. Like, this is bad. Nobody's in the pool. Everybody's around the pool. Nobody's in the pool. You want to, because she throwing a little ass, you want to grab her and throw her in the pool. And then look, he gonna try to reach his hand and say sorry. The least you could have did, nigga, was jump in now. This nigga still didn't want to get wet. He on the side. She like, nigga, if you don't get away from me. She like, nigga, get the fuck away from me. This nigga didn't try.
She should have pulled him in. Oh yeah, he wrong for that. Hey, what? That could be assault right there.
Yeah, because I mean it's for no reason.
Hey Roy, nah, dudes better be. You gotta be careful now. You gotta tread lightly with stuff.
Let me get the clip off. Then I don't want to be the feds out here. God damn,
nah, not you, but I'm saying, think about that.
I ain't even think about that part. Yeah,
think about the wording on that video right there. Depending on the clip, you know what I'm saying?
You're right. I mean, because first of all, the way you we here now, we already here. The way you grab her is inappropriate, my dude.
Inappropriate.
I don't know who she is to you, right? But that ain't the way that I would suggest you pick somebody up. Is sticking one hand between their leg, like,
come on.
Yeah, that ain't the way you want to pick somebody up. That probably ain't the best pickup.
Hey, what if that was his girl and he was hot?
Yeah,
he went a body slam.
Look, right there. What was he thinking? He had to be thinking, "Oh shit, I don't got her."
That's what I'm saying.
Because it could have got worse right there. Like, luckily, the momentum kind of took a little bit. Yeah, Lord have mercy.
She could have hit the front or the back of her head.
Y'all,
you go around that water, you could just go unconscious for a second.
That's what I'm saying. This nigga just dumped her. Boom. Ain't nobody in the pool. You know, Negroes ain't even in the pool like that. Everybody chilling around.
Everybody fully dressed.
I hate these people, bro. I hate the dudes that always want to throw a girl in the pool. I hate y'all. If you that person, just know you might be a cool dude, but I hate you at that moment.
I ain't gonna lie. That's why in today's, like, I'm kind of off pool parties. Like, unless it's a chill, grown-up vibe, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I ain't doing them type of pool. Them the UTSA college parties right there.
Right.
Man, I ain't doing them type of pool party.
I tell folks all the time.
Catch me where everybody got their phone in their pocket and everybody got their nice shoes on where it's kind of known. Like, I ain't trying to mess up my shoes, neither
Bruh, you hear me? Getting in this goddamn water like that? What the hell you mean? Yeah, black folks need to stop having pool parties because we don't even get in the damn water.
You know what I'm saying? It just be an excuse to see somebody in a bathing suit.
Yeah.
And I'm from the beach, so you know what I'm saying? Like, that's normal. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we are. That's
all right, man. Let me get up out of here, man. We up out of here. Y'all hit the subscribe
button. Get it off, man. Clippers, Denver, first quarter, 28-25. Clippers down 3. Good first quarter. Good first quarter.
Hold on. Let me see. Here's what I want to see. 28-23. I want to see Jamal Murray and I want to see Joker, what they're doing. If they're coming out aggressive or if it's the others. What they got? So Jamal Murray already got 12 points.
Yeah.
In the first quarter. He's coming out aggressive. Yeah, he's coming out. That's what I wanted to see. What is he doing? And he's aggressive.
Look at Aaron Gordon again.
4 for 6, 8 points already.
That boy be hooping.
Jokic ain't even doing nothing yet. 2 for 3, 5 points. He ain't even got to get in his bag yet. That's what I wanted to see. Like, what are they doing with their points? And on the other side, everybody's trying to get off. They spreading it out. 3 for 5, Kawhi Leonard. 2 for 2, Zoo. 2 for 4, Harden. 3 for 6, Powell. Yeah, they spreading it out. We gotta have a conversation about that too on another pod. What type of offense is best? I'm not a fan of that type of offense when like everybody is, because in these type of games, I got to know that James Harden and Kawhi Leonard are ready to play. I know Norman Powell, you a hell of a player, but we're only gonna go as far as those two take us. I'm not saying they got to take all the shots, but I would rather see if Powell's gonna get 6 shots, then I would rather see. Well, James Harden does have 3 assists, so I can't complain. He got 4 points, 3 assists, because that's what I wanted to see. Like, if they're not going to be the ones taking the shots, then they have to be the ones making the plays. Because
so what I just saw is, and what I kind of see, the Clippers are making an assertive effort to shoot 3. So that they're 1 for 10 right now from 3. They shot 10 threes in the first quarter. So they getting to the middle and kicking out. That's what James Harden is doing. So I'm more so I want to see free throws. You ain't shot a free throw in the first quarter. You're not really being that aggressive.
Not aggressive, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a bad sign for me. I think the key to beating Denver is like what Minnesota would be able to do. And you got to attack Joker all night. Yeah. You got to get them in foul trouble. You got to get them a little frustrated, you know, throw their rotation, throw their rhythm off. You got to make DeAndre Jordan come out sooner, because what we know about Denver is when Joker on the court and when he's off the court,
totally different.
Yeah, they go from being one of the best teams to one of the worst. So
yeah, you got to make those non-Joker minutes. You got to have a game plan. What are we going to do when Joker's off? What lineup are we going with? Because you got to maximize that time. That's a good.
So if I'm James Harden and Kawhi, I'm attacking him every first quarter to let him try to get 2 fouls. So they got to pull them off. You know what I'm saying?
And it's interesting because they started going with the hacker Jordan. I think didn't they start fouling DeAndre Jordan?
Yeah. Wait, that was
that them? Yeah. I'm not a fan of that strategy personally. I think what it does, first of all, you're wasting fouls.
No, the Warriors did it to Steven Adams.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay. See, I'm not a fan of that strategy because I think you're wasting fouls. Like, so what I would do if I'm Udoka and they do that, I promise you I would let them foul them, because I would put them in at the beginning of the quarter. And if y'all want to do this the first 3 trips down, I'm gonna let y'all do it. I don't give a damn if you don't make none of them free throws, because now for the next 11 minutes we in the bonus. Mm-hmm. So I think it's a bad strategy if they're gonna do it that early. Teams that do that, but we'll see though, man. I like. Can we talk about the fight? We want to talk about the fight coming up tomorrow. Rolly, Ryan Garcia. Ryan, I saw. What you call him's pops. Devin Haney's dad was like, Ryan, you look totally different. And he does. It looks like he's whatever he was on leading up to that Ryan fight. It looks like he's off. So I don't know how that's gonna affect him in the ring You know what I mean? But it looks like he's straightened out, clean, dried himself out from whatever he was doing. So we'll see how that works for him.
Like he gained some weight or something, or like what?
He just looks more himself. He you know, like he was erratic, like he was like his cheeks were very bloodshot red. You could tell he had been on the pipe, drinking, all the above leading up to that fight. So big fight. I think Devin Haney might be in some trouble though this fight, because I think Devin Haney, his problem is he's gonna go into this fight trying to look impressive, and in boxing and fighting in general, you just are who you are. And who Devin Haney is, unfortunately, is a great boxer. I think he's on the verge of being a great boxer, but with no power. Yeah, at least for that weight class, he don't have power, and he just got to learn to accept that. And it seems like he doesn't. He's not willing to accept that. Like he doesn't have that one punch power. And I think he's gonna go into this fight trying to sit down on punches and prove that he has power. And I don't know if that. I don't think he loses, but I don't think he looks good. I can see him getting hit with some bullshit.
I don't know much about who he's fighting though.
So I'll bring up dude real quick. What you think about Ryan and Rolly though?
I told you, Rolly's dangerous. But I think Ryan should win. Like if you say Ryan's back healthy, I think even with Tank, you know, like we know that Tank starts off slow, but Ryan did show some flash though. You know what I'm saying? Ryan does have some length. He's tall. He got some power. Now Rolly, I know Rolly's so unorthodox that he kind of can throw you off. But yeah, I can't take Rolly that serious. I want to see Rolly fight Jake Paul. That's who I want to see.
You here for the bull crap?
I think that'll be a hell of a fight.
So let me see. I want to see how many. So he's fighting Jose Carlos Ramirez, good fighter, 2 losses, 29 wins, 18 by knockout. He did lose his last fight, close decision. I'm trying to see anybody else he lost to. He lost to the Josh Taylor guy who was solid from overseas. Josh Taylor, if you remember, he's the guy that who beat him last? I think it was Teofimo. Teofimo beat him a couple of fights ago and looked really good against him. But this kid lost to Josh Taylor. So those are his only 2 losses, but they're within his last 5-6 fights. No real great wins that anybody would know. He beat Bartholomew, who's a solid fighter. Again, this is a fight Devin Haney should win and look good at against. The guy has 29 wins, 18 knockouts.
That's more than Haney, though, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying like Haney got 31 wins, 15 knockouts. So it's, you know, right there. But like these boxing guys, they get all their knockouts early in their career. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just don't want him to get clipped by some bullshit, and I think he probably is. That's what I think. Ramirez is 32 years old. Just don't get clipped with nothing, man. Don't get clipped is what I'm saying. And he got a big payday coming if he don't get hit with some bullshit.
Yeah, man. Hey, it's a couple fighters that I want to see. I love Jaron Ennis. I want to see Shakur get in the mix. I think it's about time where, you know, they kind of stretched it out long enough. I want to see, you know, the big 3, the big 4 get to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I want to see Tank, Shakur, Devin, all them boys. Let's really see who's who. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's that time. And it's a lot of money in those fights. So they can't be sitting back like, you know, it ain't no money. Right. It's money in those fights. It's money in those fights. We got a big heavyweight bout coming up in the summer. Usyk is gonna have a rematch against Daniel Dubois. He fought him. What was that? I'm trying to think. It was maybe last year. He fought him, and a lot of people thought it was a bad call. The ref called it a low blow. If you go back and look, it's right on the belt line, and it dropped him with a body. She dropped Usyk with a body shot. Probably could have potentially won the fight off that body shot, but they called it a low blow. So that should be a really good fight. Dubois coming off. He has 2 losses, but coming off a big win against Anthony Joshua, who's probably just done at this point. Anthony Joshua is.
Let me update you. Clippers up 3. They just went on a little run. Denver had to call a timeout. James Harden with 10. He cooking now.
Is he hitting a 3 ball? Did he hit a couple threes?
To the rack. He getting all the way to the rack, getting that floater. And he got a couple free throws. He got an and 1. So yeah.
Who hit the 3? They 1 for 13 from 3 now. Okay, Batum. Man, but Nicholas Batum, for him to still be playing, how old is that motherfucker now?
And it's crazy. He probably ain't that young because Batum was one of them dudes. He came straight from France. Yeah, he just appeared out of nowhere. I remember when.
I feel like I've been playing with him on 2K since I've been playing with LeBron.
36.
He an old ass 36 too. He feel like he like in his 40s.
What year was he drafted? Let's see. What year was that?
Yeah, it had to be. Because he was with Portland.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, he been in the league for a while. Yeah, damn.
17, good 17, 18. Yeah.
He made a lot of money.
Yeah.
He made a lot of money. Yeah. All right, man. We outie. We'll be back next week. Let's see what happens. It could be an interesting weekend. I think the Rockets force a game 7. So where we are, let's just recap real quick, and when we out of here on the playoffs for NBA, since with the update of the Knicks. So Thunder, they're still waiting on the winner of Clippers Nuggets. Timberwolves have advanced. They're waiting on the Rockets and Warriors. So the West is still waiting for the second round. The East is now set for the second round, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the East is set for the second round.
It was all 4-1s and then the sweep.
Yeah, so Cavs and the Pacers, Knicks and Celtics, that's all set, ready to go in the East. West is still undecided.
Boston versus
the Knicks.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Boston and the Knicks. I like Boston and give me Boston. I want to say 6. But something's telling me it could be a quick 5-game thing.
5.
We can be out of here in 5. So I'm gonna go Boston in 5.
Cavs with the sweep.
Woo! Taking a sweep.
Sweet.
I'm gonna go Cavs in 6. I think the Pacers on a high road right now.
Yeah.
Give me Cavs in 6. And I think the Timberwolves are gonna open up the second round playing in Houston. I might go get me a ticket for the second round of play. I wonder if they selling tickets already. I might go get me a ticket. Give me a ticket for the second round of the playoffs, man.
All right, y'all. My boy drunk. We're gonna let y'all for the night.
All right, man. We out, y'all. Peace.